Of all the images from the aftermath of World War II, few are more heartbreaking than those of the emaciated prisoners who survived the concentration and death camps, and those who didn't. When Allied soldiers liberated those camps at the end of the war, they did more than save the lives of the survivors. They also lifted back the veil of secrecy around the systematic annihilation of Jews that we know today as the Holocaust. Before he came to power, Adolf Hitler's views on Jews were well known. Hitler was the leader of the Nazi Party. Nazi ideology maintained that Aryans, or white Gentiles of Germanic, Nordic, or Anglo-Saxon birth, were superior to other people. While in prison after a failed rebellion, he wrote Mein Kampf, detailing the responsibility of various groups for Germany's defeat in World War I and the economic struggles that followed. Hitler's harshest criticism was reserved for communists and especially for Jews. Hitler's simplistic criticism struck a note among those struggling to survive in post-war Germany, and Mein Kampf became a bestseller. 10 years later, Hitler came to power and put his policy of anti-Semitism into action. He called for boycotts on Jewish-owned businesses, barred Jews from employment opportunities, banned non-Jews from marrying Jews, and taught that Jews polluted German society. After Hitler came to power, thousands of German Jews left the country. Many more would have fled as well, but other countries, including the United States, were reluctant to welcome refugees during the Great Depression, when so many were out of work. Then, one night in 1938, a Nazi diplomat was assassinated by a Jewish refugee in Paris. Nazis seized upon the news and spun it into an attack on Germany by Jews. In an incident known as Kristallnacht, Nazis in Germany torched synagogues and vandalized Jewish homes, schools, and businesses. Hundreds of Jews were killed, and thousands more were sent to concentration camps. Once World War II started, the Nazis increased Jewish persecution, isolating people in bleak, walled-in ghettos and confining others to concentration camps. By 1942, the Nazis began to implement the final solution, the systematic extermination of Jews and other undesirables, such as gypsies, homosexuals, and communists. To carry out their plan, the Germans built death camps, featuring gas chambers and crematoriums. By the time Allied forces liberated the camps, more than 6 million Jews and 5 million others had been murdered. The liberation of the camps helped move public opinion behind President Truman's support of an independent homeland for Jews in the State of Israel. Now that you've got a better picture of the Holocaust, do you think the United States or any other country could have done anything that might have prevented it?